Yo, what is up guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, all of that good stuff. Another one of my heavyweight prospect videos. Today we will be covering the Italian heavyweight Guido Vianello. Guido Vianello is 26 years old. He's an orthodox fighter. He is listed as 6'6" with a 79-inch reach. So he's a big heavyweight. Guido Vianello also had a pretty good amateur background. He's one of these amateurs who was well travelled. He fought a lot of names, but he never really did well in the international tournaments. Nevertheless, he does have a fairly decent amateur background, and he fought some good guys. Again, he lost at the highest level, don't get me wrong, but his amateur pedigree isn't something to sniff at, put it that way. But Guido Vianello to me is an interesting prospect. He's certainly somebody who I've got my eye on. He's worth following. There is an amount of talent there in Guido Vianello. There's a few things I like about the guy. First and foremost, he keeps himself in very good shape. I've never seen this guy out of shape. Like I said, he's 6'6". Usually he weighs in at around sort of within the high 230s range. So he's like a tall, athletic guy who's in good shape. And also I like the fact that Guido Vianello is putting himself out there and getting good sparring. Most notably, of course, he sparred Tyson Fury in the build-up to the Deontay Wilder rematch. And, that's great experience for a young heavyweight prospect. Like I say, he's only 26 years old. That's quite young for a heavyweight. And in the professional ranks, he is 7-0. So he's getting good sparring right now. And also he's got good access to sparring, being based out in America. He's signed with Top Rank, so that's a good sign, Sparring top guys from early on in your career does you no harm whatsoever, That's great for Guido Vianello. It's a great way for him to learn his craft. These young prospects, no matter what weight division, of course the early fights in their careers are learning fights, and in these fights, these prospects should be getting questions asked of them, and these fights do help the fighters progress and learn, but also it's important these guys get good sparring on the way up, and Guido Vianello certainly has that covered. Stylistically, the guy is pretty interesting to watch. The first thing that kind of jumps out at me is the guy is quite athletic. He's quick on his feet for a big, tall, 6'6" guy. He moves well, quick foot speed, and relatively quick hand speed for a big guy. He likes to lead with that jab, as you would imagine, for a tall fighter, and he'll like to throw that right hand behind it. He'll try and keep you at range and pick you off with that right hand. So primarily, Guido Vianello is an outside fighter. He's an outboxer. Like I said, he'll move his feet. He'll keep the range by using that jab. So that's primarily his style, but he will try and mix it up when he's comfortable. He'll throw a few combinations here and there. I also like the way he kind of hooks off the jab as well. That's something a lot of heavyweights don't really do, throwing a quick hook off that jab. Also, he'll use that jab as well sometimes to disguise that left hook as well. So, some good signs from Guido Vianello. His movement is, like I said, impressive with his feet. Not only with his feet and his footwork, but his movement in terms of, throwing subtle feints, shoulder feints, hand feints, head feints. He's one of those guys who tries to keep you guessing. He'll try and make you bite on his feints, and then when you open up, he'll try and counter you with that right hand. He'll feint, he'll draw the lead, take a step back, and throw that counter right hand down the pipe. He'll try and set up his right hands, not just by the jab, but also his feints. So I like what I see from Guido Vianello so far in his career. It's very early. He still has a lot of improving to do. He does make mistakes. Sometimes he'll get a bit over anxious to land that right hand, and he'll throw himself in there in harm's way. And obviously, as you step up, that could be a problem. Occasionally, he'll have lapses in concentration, but again, he's a young pro, not had many fights. I'm sure as he gets experience, those sort of deficiencies will iron themselves out. And the other concern I do have, that style going forwards, as you do more rounds, it could be a hard style to keep up over 12 rounds. Very few fighters can pull that style off at that size, Vladimir Klitschko did it effectively, and of course now Tyson Fury is doing it effectively, but a lot of big guys, if they try to move like that, they would be struggling due to the amount of weight they're carrying. So There's a lot of positives with Guido Vianello, but at the same time he does have a few flaws that he needs to tidy up on. But nevertheless, in my opinion, an interesting prospect. Like I said, so far he's only 7-0 as a pro, so he's got a long way to go. There's no real need to push him super hard yet, due to the fact he's only got a few fights and he's only 26 years old. So there's no need to rush him just yet. Maybe 2-3 more fights at this sort of level, and then once he reaches 10-0, then start slowly stepping him up. Maybe in his 9th or 10th fight or so, he could fight someone like Joey DeWaco, for example. You know, guys along these sort of levels, and then go from there. But yeah, Guido Vianello, he's certainly an interesting prospect. One guy I've got my eye out on, and certainly not one of the worst prospects I've covered. You know, a guy to really keep a watch for. But yeah, Guido Vianello, solid prospect, signed by Top Rank, Italian, 6'6", big dude, and yeah, no doubt one to watch for the future. Anyway, share your thoughts below. What do you make of Guido Vianello? Share your thoughts on him below. Peace.